Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Creatures Collide Deluxe Autobot Goldbug figure. Now what we're going to do in this video, we are going to only be reviewing him. I'm going to be reviewing these all individually so you can just watch the character and the figure that you want to see. We're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, which you can see is going to take 20 steps, so we can decide how you want to display him. We're going to see how he compares with his original Generation 1 self figure, and of course we can see how he looks compared to some of the other figures that have used the same mold, and indeed other Goldbug characters that have been used in the similar toy lines. So as you can see, quite a bit to get through today, so let's open it up. But before we do, if this is the only one that you're watching, you need to see how beautiful this packaging is. So on the back we've obviously got stock images of all of the bots that are available and the transformation between them, but we've got on the side, we've got artwork there of Bumblebee and the Legacy logo, and then we've got again this beautiful, let's get the reflection off it, artwork of them all together. This is stunning, and this isn't too bad. I'm quite happy for them to do closed boxes like this if they're going to have this beautiful artwork on all of their boxes. You can see it's Buzzworthy Bumblebee and it's a Creatures Collide, and I know it's not very popular with people because there's obviously certain characters that only people want. We've got some more artwork there, and I like this honeycomb effect on the top here, and it's even better because it's telling us that Goldbug is going to be there. Now I've already opened this side to take out Ransack, so I'm very carefully going to do the same again. Let's slide him out. Nope, there you go, it should be, but I've put him in upside down. So let's go all the way out to where Goldbug is. You can see that he is tie wrapped on, and for those of you who haven't seen any of the other reviews, all of the accessories come in this little wrapped up piece of paper. So what I need to do now is set him free from here, get his accessories out of that bag, and come straight back to you with some first impressions. Okay, so as you can see, we've set him free, and I'm so impressed with this guy already. And what I'm about to say is going to sound really, really silly, and it's because he is gold, and the paint on him is absolutely brilliant. And as I say, the reason why it sounds silly is because I did a review on this guy not so long ago, and I know this is gold as well, but just look at the difference. Just look at the difference. Surely you can see it. This is sheeny, this is shiny, reflective, looks brilliant. This is just like a normal dull gold that unfortunately that we've had pretty much forever. Or this is like a yellowy colour. This paint scheme is in a different league of its own. It is so much better. It is so good, and I was already a fan of this mold already, even though I was late to the party with this mold. I didn't get Cliff Jumper. I actually got the Netflix Bumblebee, which was the first one that I got. So let's try and get the reflection off. The head sculpt is brilliant. Just again, look at this for a homage to G1. There's the G1 figure. We're going to do this in a bit more detail later on, but that's fantastic. So we already know pretty much the articulation, that we can spin the head around. It will look up and down ever so slightly. Shoulder rotation, up, down, round to the side. Waist swivel, bicep flexion, wrist swivel, hips, knees, ankles, the lot. This is a stunning little figure, and I feel in a way a little bit sorry for people who are only interested in this figure. I'm quite lucky. I really wanted Ransack, and I'm getting more and more interested in the Beast Wars figures, but I do feel sorry for people who just want this particular one. Lovely translucent plastic there, great detail on the bumper and on the headlights. I'm very impressed with this guy, even though this was only first impressions. And of course, we can now have a look at him in his alternate mode. And again, probably the abundance of ways that we can use all of these accessories with him. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, he's in his alternate mode already. And quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. I do for a couple of reasons. One is to keep the main length of the video down, and two is not to spoil it for yourselves if you don't want to see it. I know this might sound a bit silly, but this transformation process is really slick, it's really clever, and if you haven't seen it and you're planning on buying one for yourself and you don't want it ruined, then of course I don't want to ruin it for you. If you do want to watch it though, it is separately uploaded on another video so you can see it for yourself. And again, look at this. I mentioned it before. I'm going to mention it again. The paintwork is brilliant. I think the correct word I need to use is reflective. It is reflective. It looks great. We've got the Autobot logo on there, of course, which looks fantastic. Detail of the silver in the middle of the wheels. Of course, these all spin around. We've got lovely translucent plastic windows. And the best thing about it is you can't really see anything inside. There's nothing really in there at all, you know, that gives it away. I mean, if you want to be really picky at the bottom, that's visible hands maybe, but you can't even really tell, and that's holding the back part all together. Lovely bit of detail there on the headlights and on the bumper. It's just, again, it's great. It's a great toy, and I think that's what really matters. Let's do a quick comparison with this G1 version of him. This one's obviously just a more cartoony, kiddified version of it, but it still looks good. I'm really impressed with it. It does look great. The only advantage this one had was the fact it had a pull back and go motor. However, this one, of course, is much more advanced, and it's for the reasons which I'm going to show you now. And okay, the be all and end all is this is a toy, and it is a great toy. The amount of playability that you've got with it is fantastic. We've got all of these weapons here, so 2 guns, 2 sort of skis, and this fold out part. Now you can combine all these together. You can do loads of stuff with it. What I'm going to show you first and foremost though is how we can literally attach all of these to the underside of the car to give us something else, you know, another play factor. You can see I'm going to put this tab in that hole, and them 2 things are going to go in the fists as well. So let's try and line these up. Sometimes they don't always line up perfectly. Oh, that's gone in, and that's gone in okay. So that's in on there. Now we can take these. I don't have any other word for them apart from skis. We've got 2 cutouts underneath there, and there you go. You can see we've got the skis underneath it, a bit like a James Bond scene. Pop this underneath there like so, and then you've got 2 ways of how you want to display these. You've got cutouts there on the side, so on the yellow bit there and on the black bit of the handle there. So what this means is, see these 2 tabs you've got there, you can either put them facing this way around, which I'm sure you'll agree looks good either way, to be honest. But if you really wanted to, so that's them there, if you really wanted to, you could turn them around. You could have them facing this way. So again, it's up to you. The playability with this is fantastic, and that's, I think, what really boils down to it. That's because it is a toy. Yes, it's great for us to display as adults, and to be fair, it probably will be all adults buying this with the fact that it's a generation. But if it's not, if it's for kids, it's a great toy. There's even more stuff that you can do. So let's take all these bits off here, take them all out, unclip them all, and I'm even now going to unclip the back part here. So I'm going to do this nice and carefully. We need to pull it out of the hands here like so, and what we're going to do, we're going to piece together all them accessories and make a giant gun. Oh, here we go. Come on out, ever so careful. And oh, it's still stuck in this particular one's hand, this hand, shall we say. There we go. Right, what we need to do now is just separate these slightly. See how we've got the fists down? If we separate them slightly, turn them up, turn it round, and then bend it. Oh, no, it needs to come all the way around like so, and then bend it that way. So what we're looking for is, this is how we had them down, this is how we want them. So we want them lifted up. So again, turn it to the side. Probably made that look far more difficult, there you go, the first time round than it actually was. So what we're going to look at doing now, let's build this up. So we've got this, fold it over, and we've got this cutout there, which is going to go into the back of this. But first and foremost, we need to now locate this into there like so. Brand new toy, so it's really difficult sometimes. Then we're going to get the front piece, locate that into there, and then the little ski ramp parts, we can put these at the front like so. We've now got a giant, huge weapon like this, and you can see we're now going to fold out this blue tab, which we weren't using before because we were just connected in via the back of there. If we slot this in nice and carefully, there we go. Now slot this into the hands, so you can see what I'm doing here. Look at that. It's great. I love it. It's just, again, something that you can do. Whoever invented this, whoever thought of all these ideas, all these modes, all these different bits of playability, fantastic. And I mean, of course, if you wanted to, you could put blast effects coming out of here. It's just a great toy. I don't think there's much more to say about it in this particular mode, apart from it is fun. So what we're going to do, we're going to come back for the final time in his robot mode, do some more comparisons, and see how he displays with more of the same toy line. Okay, we're back for the final time with him in his robot mode to do some comparisons, and mainly because this is the way I'm going to choose to be displaying him. So first and foremost, let's do some comparisons again with his original G1 self. And as I showed you at the beginning, the head sculpt homage is absolutely fantastic. It is so good. It's pretty much exactly the same, apart from obviously the fact that they've coloured in the eyes on the newer version. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say with the comparison with this, to be honest. Maybe they've gone for a little bit of a homage with this bit here. I'm not too sure, in all honesty. Probably not, because they're just leaps and bounds different leagues above it. Also, I haven't attached the back of this, but you can of course as well with these, with this lever here, again have a bit more of a homage to the G1 figure. You can put this in any way you want to be fair. So if we attach that there and have it with a high back, that's very much now like that. But you can also as well, in fact I think I need to spin that out of the way so you can see properly. You can also spin this around, reattach it in this way, and that's usually how they would display these sort of figures. So I say these sort of figures because this is, I think, maybe the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably the 6th use of the mold. Now I don't have hubcap, unfortunately, and I have, funnily enough, I've managed to track down a cliff jumper, which I know is the first version, and I was gutted actually, because I was lucky enough that I got this guy. And as soon as I got this guy, I was really, really impressed. I thought he looks fantastic. And again, I was really blown away with how good the mold was. And again, the abundance of things that you can do with the accessories. Then I think I got this guy, Bug Bite. And what I've tried to do, you can see here, is I've tried to give them all different displays with all their weapons. And then the next one that I went and got was a shattered glass Goldbug, who's just fitting in there. So yes, so I still need to get cliff jumper and a hubcap. So again, this just gives you an idea, rather than me doing it loads of different times, of how you can use all the accessories. So this is exactly the reason why I spun it round, that you can see here on the artwork that that's how they've got him, with the full built-up gun, that as a shield. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy, to be fair. With this one, I've got this folded over the 2 bits at the top. That has a bit of a rocket launcher on the side and 2 small blasters. With this one, I've spun the back around like so, got the bigger gun and attached it that way. It looks like, oh, one of them bits has fallen off somewhere. I'll have to find that in a second. So it's a choice of what I'm going to do with these. But what I need to do first and foremost is let's just move these out of the way and let's have a look at some other Goldbugs. So this is another one from the Generations toy line. I'm not going to get all the bumblebees either, to be honest, because we'll be here all day. And then this was the IDW take on him, so that's why he looks so much different. And you can see again what I was going on about with the plastic and just how different and how much better it actually is. With regards to some of the other figures, I've only managed to do Ransack yet, so that's how he displays with him. But if you're wondering how he displays with regards to Voyager figures, there he is with Hauler. But again, overall, I don't think there's much more to say about this guy. Just, you can hopefully tell that I'm really, really impressed with him. I think I'm going to bring all these back up for the final time, just so I can have a quick look and work out which way I'm going to do these, just to make it a slightly different. So I'm going to keep the back on. I'm not going to have it as a shield. I'm going to have this with this attached to it, shall we say. I know what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to keep these 2 attached, which is slightly different. And then what I'm going to do, so that's a double gun, is I'm going to attach this on the side if I can. In fact, I'm going to give him like this, like a bit of a lightsaber stroke sword, because there's so many things that you can do with these. Whether or not that looks any good or not, I'm not sure. You can let me know in the comments. As you can see, I was just totally going off the cuff, but giving you ideas at the same time, hopefully. Anyway, let me know what you think of this figure. I know it's another use of the same mold, but is it one that you're going to perhaps try and track down? Let me know in the comments. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.